Hey friends, welcome back to Sarah Deals. Today is a little bit of coffee talk where it's just a little bit about my life and what's going on and all the feels. And yesterday, I got to finish up my daughter's transcript for high school. And it was a bittersweet moment. And I've been kind of dragging my feet trying to do it. And I guess I finally figured out why. So all the feels going on. I have homeschooled Shayla since she was 4 years old. And it's sad. It is sad to see that this is the end of my journey with homeschooling her. And a little bit of backstory. So here's my little bit of backstory for homeschooling and why I chose to homeschool her. Once upon a time in my previous life, I worked at Old Navy and I loved the customers there, but I did not enjoy the workers there. So, but I loved working the cash register because I loved to talk to the customers and get to know more about them. And often there was a family, a mom and her teenage son and daughter that would come in and get something from Old Navy. And they each had their own money, and it was during the day. And 25 years ago, that was a little odd that kids were out of school during the day. So I got to talking to them, and they would tell me all about that they were homeschooled and all the different things that they got to learn, and they were really excited about education. And I made that decision right then and there. And although I don't remember their names, I remember how excited those kids were about learning and how excited they were about education in general. And the mom kind of just stood back and let the kids talk to me, let these teenagers talk to me. And I just thought, wow, this is a cool thing, and I want to do that. So before I was even married, before I was even pregnant, I knew I wanted to homeschool, because I always said that, no one's going to be more invested in my child's education than I am. So at age 4, I started her with Saxon phonics, and I remember the first word that she actually read to sound out, not just like mom or her name or anything like that, but the first word she learned was log, L-O-G, and why Saxon phonics decided to do that. Again, this is not sponsored by Saxon phonics. But I just loved the phonics program. I called it Idiot Proof because it literally said, you say this, the child should say this. You say this, the child should say this. And so that was a comfort when I first started homeschooling, that I knew I wasn't going to screw it up. But still, there were those skeptics. So when she was 4, people were like, oh, that's cute, whatever. But then as she started to get older, and they're like, when is she going to be in regular school? Or when, like, how long are you going to be doing this? People didn't understand that I would get comments like, oh, well, my kid is going to make sure that they have friends. I'm going to make sure that my child has friends. And they said that, she'd never compete in sports, or she'd never be on a team and get that team aspect. And, she did all those things. When she was little, my house was Playdate Central. I had a basement up until she was 7, and a big fenced-in backyard and lots of play toys, and she had lots of friends. So there were lots of opportunities for that. That was never a problem. Then she was in Upwards, and she was in cheerleading, and she played soccer, and then she was on swim team for 6 years, something like that. So she did all those things. But still, the skeptics, they were there. And I would still get comments when I was 7 and became a single mom. I worked 3 stay-at-home jobs so that I could continue to homeschool her and get her to all of her activities. And I still got those comments about, you should go get a real job and put her in a real school, and all those different things. And that was so hurtful, because here I was, newly single mom, and I was getting all this hate, more hate than I was, already getting from being a divorced, single mom. So we're at the end of this journey, with high school, at the end of this journey, and I'm looking at, doing this transcript and looking at all of the things that she's accomplished. And I'm like, she didn't miss out on anything. She didn't. I'm seeing all she accomplished, and she is actually, she's dual enrolled her sophomore year of high school. She talked about wanting to be, do dual enrollment in a college. And I thought, okay, I think you're a little young for this, but she applied and she got in. And so starting her sophomore year, spring semester, she was doing college classes. And then she started doing more and more, and she did both of the last 2 summers. She took college classes, and she's going to graduate in May. She's going to graduate in May with 59 credit hours for college, which is like almost a 2-year head start in college. And I just think, wow, like, that's just amazing to me. And she's doing great. She's got she's now in 2 colleges because the one college would not let her, take more than 30 credit hours. So she applied to a second college, and is dual enrolling there also. But she's doing it. She's doing everything she wanted. She started her own business. She's working in my eBay business, and as a homeschool mom, a single mom for the majority of it, I just want to let all homeschool moms out there that you can do it, and there are ways, and yes, it's hard, but it is so worth it, and it's worth it. And I posted on my Facebook page about it, and got some wonderful comments from other homeschool moms, and it was just it was good. But last night I was having a hard time, and I thought, I need to get this out, because I'm having all the feels, like realizing all of the things over the last 4 years that she's gone through and done, and then her accomplishments, the extra things, and then her GPA. Her GPA at one school is like a 3.95, and at the other one is a 3.91, and I'm just really proud of her for that. And so all homeschool moms that are out there, just believe you can do this. It is hard. It is hard, but you can do it, and it's so worth it. She missed out on nothing. She was in so many activities, and she was just really able to focus on what she wanted to focus on when she wanted to focus on it. Her junior and senior year, she became very, very focused on her future. And as a parent, that's really what you want. And so it was hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. I'll say it 100,000 times. It was hard, but it was so worth it. So until next time, I'm gonna stop my rambling. And thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Sarah Deals out.